I mean, when he played that stroke, you could see that he was out of his tracks and he wanted a response from the non-striker, and that's exactly what happened. And when you do get a response from the non-striker, it was and straight away, taking a few steps, he said, "No, I was too."
Motumbods is also one of the surprise packages for away the other night when it all dead and buried. This time to Regis Chakabba, allowing him to go. That consistency. All 384, and then that's called setting up a batsman. Mid-80s, 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 gave him a false sense of security, and then suddenly that one darts through at 90 plus. Well bowled, Taijul Islam, well thought out.
Every plan for every batsman. Talking about setting up a batsman, different bowlers will have a but really as a bowler, want to set a batsman early, because when you do get to destroy at the moment, Sikandar Raza 36 to 27. I mean, he needs to really show 69 for 6.
এটা কি তিন বছর ঘরে বসে অনলাইন বিজনেস করছে? বাহ! আর এটা কি? ওহ, মুগ্ধ হয়ে আসছি। চিন্তা বদলেছো, এখন বদলাও। বদলে যাওয়া দিনের জন্য সাবান না, এটা
ফেয়ার এন্ড লাভলি ইনস্টা গ্লো ফেস ওয়াশ। এটি করে দেয় মাল্টিভিটামিন ফর্মুলা। ফেয়ার এন্ড লাভলি ফেস ওয়াশ নিজস্ব খামার থেকে ডানো আপনার গ্লাসে পৌঁছায় সম্পূর্ণ ইউরোপিয়ান মান নিয়ন্ত্রণে। তাই ডানো থাকে নিউট্রিসেভ। ডানো পাওয়ার, বেড়ে উঠুক স্ট্রং হয়ে।
Required rate continues to climb, 12.36. As if this target was not stiff enough, back comes Mustafizur Rahman, who's bowled outstandingly today. No 3 overs for 6 runs. Throw been accurate. 1 over he bowled to Sean Williams, kept him pegged back, and he was looking good. Sean Williams at that stage. Starting to find his mode. Does the fizz. Not going to be easy for Motumbodsi. Straight away across him.
That to be batting paradise, and then stop in his second spell. Just show Mustafizur Rahman has bowled absolutely brilliant. Yes, he's not among the league. And that's a very, you got to sure you know you, and straight Ahmadi walks into that from the keeper.
Elude the field and might so because he's going to have a chance, but a good
enough to clear and enough to have the legs to
keeper says no. And fabulous bowling.
They talk about setting up the batsman. That's a shot. Zimbabwe 173 for 7.
ক্লোজ আপ অ্যান্টিজার্ম মাউথওয়াশ ফর্মুলায় নিঃশ্বাসে আনে সুপার লং লাস্টিং ফ্রেশনেস। তাই যখনই সুযোগ পাও কাছে আসার, এগিয়ে যাও কনফিডেন্সের সাথে। ক্লোজ আপ, অলওয়েজ রেডি।
আকাশ কিনে জিতে নিন আমাদের সাইন করা ব্যাট।
এছাড়াও জিতে নিতে পারেন বাংলাদেশ জাতীয় ক্রিকেট দলের অফিসিয়াল জার্সি। আকাশ, ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়া।
বাংলাদেশে প্রায় প্রতি 2টি শিশুর মধ্যে একটি শিশু ক্যাভিটিতে ভোগে। পেপসোডেন্ট জার্মিচেকে আছে ক্যালসিয়াম ও ফ্লোরাইড, যা ছোট ছোট গর্তগুলো সারিয়ে তোলে সেগুলো ক্যাভিটিতে পরিণত হওয়ার আগেই, কারণ প্রতিটি হাসি অমূল্য।
Out walks the Don. 55 not out. Absolutely walked out right now with a bit of a sheepish smile on his face, as if to say, are you expecting that from me again? Very different conditions, but this was so beautifully set up. There was no slip earlier after the first delivery. He realized what he's capable of and what out of his hand. That's the famous Mustafa cutter. Almost cuts that ball in half. And he had that wide slip. It was a slightly wide slip placed. You mentioned it earlier on. And the positioning of the slip, the timing of the slip, both continues to ask the questions.
His signal when he starts, but then there's the batsman start. And that's what it's required. 1-7.
Insta Bright Tone Up.
Almost plays that off his stumps, the Sikandar Raza. I guess we're only looking at individual landmarks now. Or dare we write off Don Tiripano and Sikandar Raza? Asking rate 13.17.
And other men in form. He made 66 of 50. And Donald Tripano was on 20 unbeaten 5. So they can more than still long 174 for 7. 55 unbeaten in just 28 deliveries. 5 sixes and 2.
Hasn't quite got going yet today, but I think it's really a tall order. What happened the other day was, while it did look far away, the required rate was still in single digits. It was still 8, 8.5, 9. Today we're talking 1.62. As I finish that, it's 8.1 every day now. It goes exponentially. There's a dot. Just to give you an example, the required rate now finishes the over at 14, 174 for 7. Slashed, and it's going to be Stephenson doesn't get to it. The two Naeem Sheikh at slip.
He's gone past him. Got a little bit right over the side of the fielder in the slip, Naeem. And it's a very quick.
Little correction, the gentleman down at third man was in fact Mohammad Saifuddin. But Tiripano will need to not just repeat what he did the other night, but probably go. This was some.
It's not an easy shot to play. In the end, he's middled that and has gone many a miles for the maximum. Into the stand. That is a terrific blow. I think they need a couple of really big overs to get that run rate down to less than 10 runs in an over. Already 11. Swing and a miss. Good comeback from the Fizz.
Yeah, he's not going to enjoy being hit. In the middle of an excellent spell. And that's the kind of stroke he played. That is big from Tiripano. Another maximum. And he's turning it on yet again here in Sylhet. Wonderful strike.
Really good use of the feet and right from the middle of the bat. Swing it nicely, finish it off on a high. 79 meters down the ground. Second six of the over. Turning out to be a big one. Already 17 in that over. What does Mustafizu do now?
Edged and dropped. Again, he pretty much set him up for that. Genuine edge. Almost slashed at that with Tiripano. Completes the over, 191 for 7.
আকাশটা কি ঝকঝকে পরিষ্কার।
দেখি দেখি। ও হ্যাঁ, 40টিরও বেশি এইচডি চ্যানেল সহ দেশি বিদেশি মোট 120টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 399 টাকা।
কি?
চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
151 of 1 of 66 deliveries. Don Tiripano still around, although Mustafizur was very close to getting his revenge for those two massive sixes that he hit. Just went across him, flashed at that, and it was, well, Liton Das going for that. Wonder if it was the catch meant for first slip.
I think it could have been anyone's catch, but you always back the keeper because he's got the gloves on. Trying to play the reverse. Pinches were clear. He's very lucky he's gloved that. If he'd gone and hit the start, hit the pads, he would have been gone.
He threw it out wide. Still went through the stroke. Did Tiripano. He almost be thinking of himself as a top order batsman now. No need to play the reverse. There are a few batsmen in his team who like to do it. It's not in your armory. Stick to those straight shots. You're good at it.
You really don't want to get yourself dismissed in a fashion that you'll regret. Just stick to conventional batting. There was ample time to play shots. This is a really good batting pitch. And even if you want to hit through the line and if you're trying to hit it on the up, you'll get away with it because it's a true pitch. The ball is nicely coming onto the bat, so you've got to back yourself up. To play that kind of cricket, because there's still a long way to go. 21 of 19 is the partnership. This is turning out to be a very good over. 17 in the previous over. This over, Tajul has been spot on, just the 3 singles.
Oh, he's gone through everything. And the nature of this game means that despite bowling a peach of a delivery, the batting side picks up a couple of runs. 196 for 7. Partnership now 23 of 21 for the 8th wicket. Lower order that caused so much destruction 3 nights ago. Raza continues to be the busy player, and it's well picked up there. Afif Hussain, the young legs racing across the outfield, keeping it to a couple of runs.
I can tell you one thing, he is a gun fielder. Very quick in the outfield, very sharp inside the circle. Has a very good throw. And you really don't want to take any sort of chances when the ball is hit towards Afif Hussain. Now what is he trying to do there? Slip in place. He's trying to guide that towards that area where the keeper and this first slip fielder is standing. That is a poor shot, really poor shot from Sikandar Raza.
And you can see how Mustafizur is concentrated on that area outside the right-hander. That's the pulsing white delivery that got him the wicket. Really well planned, taken at first slip. That one boundary that you're seeing, the very high one, that was hooked by Tiripano. Otherwise he's been so consistent in that area. Brings Saifuddin into play again at third man.
After that big over, really good tight over from Tajul Islam, and now the required run rate has climbed up. It's gone beyond 15, and that's the problem. They can't afford to relax. If they have a big over, you got to have a couple of big overs, maybe 3-4. Then that run rate will come down.
Does that mean we're going to see Tirupano tee off here, as he did in the previous over? The answer is yes. He tries, fails. Mustafizur is going to keep that channel outside the right-handers off stump. Keep them honest, vary the lengths, and get the occasional cutter in.
Yeah, the idea was okay. It was short and already put a short delivery into the stands, but you've got to get a good connection with the bat when you attempt to play that shot.
Again, there's an attempt. A tough one for Liton Das, but it's a leg by, so it wouldn't have mattered in the end. Bit of a waft from Don Tirupano. Didn't make contact with the bat.
Off the shoulder. Well bowled. 200 comes up for Zimbabwe. Yeah, the idea what Mustafizur Rahman is trying to do is throwing the challenge to Tirupano to take him on.
Also, obviously, the length has to be a little shorter because he's got mid-off, mid-on inside the circle. Mid-wicket now comes for Sikandar Raza from slip. Still not going to be allowing him to drive over mid-off and mid-on. And they're coming back for a second. And it's well stolen by Sikandar Raza. They need every run they can get. 202 for 7.
New Pond's Insta Bright Tone Up Milk Cream. New Pond's Tone Up Milk Cream instantly brightens skin, even without makeup.
The required rate just keeps going up. Every delivery, 15.56 now. At that 117 run over, otherwise between Taijul and Mustafizur Rahman, they've kept things quiet. Inevitable. He's going to come down. He's going to go. Mustafizur Rahman, they've kept things quiet. Inevitable. He's going to come down.
He had no other option, Tirupano, knowing that the required run rate was skyrocketing. Missing a straight one, trying to hit it out of the ground, completely missing in, and the ball going on to hit the stumps. He goes for 15, Zimbabwe, 8 done for 202.
এটা কি দিন বদলে গেছে না ঘরে বসে অনলাইন বিজনেস করছি বাহ আর এটা কি ওহ মুগ্ধ হয়ে আসছি চিন্তা বদলেছো এখন অভ্যাসটাও বদলাও বদলে যাওয়া দিনের জন্য সাবান না এটা
ফেয়ার এন্ড লাভলি ইনস্টা গ্লো ফেস ওয়াশ এটি মুখ থেকে ধুলোবালি এবং চিটচিটে ভাব দূর করে দেয় মাল্টিভিটামিন ফর্মুলার সম্পূর্ণ গ্লো ফেয়ার এন্ড লাভলি ফেস ওয়াশ
আকাশ কিনে জিতে নিন আমাদের সাইন করাবে।
এছাড়াও জিতে নিতে পারেন বাংলাদেশ জাতীয় ক্রিকেট দলের অফিসিয়াল জার্সি। আকাশ ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়া।
figure of Karl Mumba walks out to join Sikandar Raza. Donald Tiripano had to go for it, and a rare tail-ender slog from Tiripano. Played so well, so straight the other night, but as Atul Ali Khan said, really didn't have a choice in the matter. 16 runs and over required. Everything must go. It's sail time. The only academic interest now really is for Sikandar Raza to pick up a half century in his 100th one-day international. And that little push from Taijul Islam will allow Sikandar Raza to be on strike. Just helped him along. They were never even thinking of the run. Now that was Taijul Islam. Talk about making the batsman play and hitting the stumps. That's what bowlers strive to do, and that's what Taijul has done. Very consistent, and we saw that well illustrated with the very consistent, and we saw that well illustrated with the last wicket he took. 50, not quite. Make him wait, make him play, keep him honest. Just something small to celebrate for Zimbabwe and Sikandar Raza. And now he can celebrate it. Half century in his 100th one-day international. Well played, Sikandar Raza. Hasn't had much help at the other end, but played really well. Number 16 for him in one-day cricket, of just 40 deliveries. Deserves a smattering of applause he's got from the crowd who love their cricket. Always good to see a sporting crowd applaud the opposition, and they've done that well here in Sylhet. 204 for 8 in 35.
নতুন ক্লিয়ার ট্রিপল অ্যান্টি ড্যান্ড্রাফ টেকনোলজি ও ভিটামিন B3 সমৃদ্ধ, যা স্কাল্পের গভীরে গিয়ে শুধু ড্যান্ড্রাফই দূর করে না, ফিরে আসাকেও বন্ধ করে। তাই ড্যান্ড্রাফ ফ্রি চুলে আমি সবসময় থাকি কনফিডেন্ট। I have nothing to hide. নতুন ক্লিয়ার।
Not that it really matters, but just for academic interest, Bangladesh can have an extra fielder outside the circle. Saifuddin's been good. His comeback match in the first ODI. 3 sixes in the final over with bat in hand, picked up wickets. And he's been among the wickets in this match as well.
Just looking back at this series, I think Bangladesh batters stood out right in the front. Have a look at what Sikandar Raza did with the bat. You know, he's unbeaten on 51. Played some good-looking shots. That was probably one of his best shots. Not afraid to use the field against the spinner when he eyes that big area. A couple of deft touches. Been a good knock. So going back to Bangladesh, every match they played in the series, they've gone past 300. That's a plus point for Bangladesh to realize that yes, once you do bat well, it's very much possible for them to go across the 300 mark. Hundreds in every match, 200s in this match for Bangladesh. Bangladesh outstanding with the bat. Simply brilliant. Really give them a lot of confidence taking it in the future.
Just to put in context, a third of their 300s today, 322, came off just 43 overs. With all the rain that fell, The innings was in two parts. They had a magnificent partnership, a record opening partnership between Tamim Iqbal and Liton Das. 292 for that opening wicket. And there's the weightage that you put on that. Tamim Iqbal 310 runs, Liton Das 311. But despite everything that we saw, the fireworks we saw in the previous game from Zimbabwe, I can safely say not likely to see much of that replicated here. Just going through the motions with the required rate. In case you were wanting to know, standing now at 18.7. You're not getting there, that's for sure. The real question is, how many of the 43 overs do they intend to bat out?
Got to try. They've got to try and play some big shots here. There's no point just hanging around and looking for a big shot and waiting a little bit too much, because you don't have anything to lose here. You've got 2 wickets in hand. You've got to play shots. You've got to play some big shots.
Just like that. Well done. Skipper! In his last match as captain, he gets a smile, he gets some applause, and what an effort, 209 for 8.
Last ball. Skipper was horizontal. Brilliant. Stop at mid-off and showing that he's not going to relax. He's not just... was horizontal. Brilliant. Stop at mid-off and showing that he's not going to relax. He's not just... was horizontal. Brilliant. Stop at mid-off and showing that he's not going to relax. He's not just... was horizontal. Brilliant. Stop at mid-off and showing that he's not going to relax. He's not just...
স্কোরটা বেড়ে যাবে 216, 8 উইকেটে জিম্বাবুয়ে।
All this evening, really, just
জিম্বাবুয়ের 8ম উইকেটের পতন হয়ে
left arm in swinger. Just keeps on coming in.
তিনি একেবারে সীমানা দড়ির কাছাকাছি জায়গা থেকে যতক্ষণই কুড়িয়ে ফেরত দিবেন ততক্ষণ একটিবারের মতো জায়গা পরিবর্তন হবে। রানটি আসলো সিকান্দার রাজার ব্যাট থেকে, পৌঁছে গেলেন 60 রানে 47 বল থেকে এবং দলীয় স্কোরটা বেড়ে যাবে 200।
Game was quite big and second game Zimbabwe was thought they were struggling, but the partnership
দারুণ
between
একটা
the
ছয়,
youngster
এটা বলতেই হচ্ছে। সিকান্দার রাজা যতক্ষণ আছেন ততক্ষণ কিন্তু উজ্জীবিত থাকছে এই
it
জিম্বাবুয়ে।
looks like Bangladesh have been a lot harder on themselves and disciplined.
Cow corner on the boundary, Saifuddin celebrate.